Total War. What next? In this video I try to predict what the Creative Assembly is going to make next for the Total War titles, and to do this I studied into the in-game credits to get an idea of the different development teams, what their schedules are, and possibly a basic idea of their plans. So let's begin, and this video's journey starts all the way back looking into Attila Total War. This game was developed by the historical team, led by Janos Gasper. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Gasper we will not see again for another 4 years until Three Kingdoms was released, with Gasper as the team leader again. After Attila came Warhammer 1, which was led by Ian Roxburgh. He we see again 1 year later with Warhammer 2. However, since then, we have heard nothing. It has been 4 years since the release of Warhammer 2. 5 years in 2021. The rumours so far have been pointing towards the next title being Warhammer 3. There have been a few supposed leaks as well, and that is clearly a very demanded title right now from the fantasy community. One point to note, both of these list Mark Simpson as also leading the team, with Attila and then Warhammer 1, but then his name seems to get pushed away a little bit more. It seems more like when he was there, he was more teaching or tutoring them on how it works and how to lead a team, so that they are ready to take the charge. Okay, so from this information it seems likely that the next full title will be in 2021 and will have a team led by Roxburgh. And so 2021 is most likely Warhammer 3. Warhammer 3 would have had 5 years development time, which is just more than what is usually given. Maybe there was an issue, maybe they're lazy, or maybe they are also working on and with a new engine, which has made it take longer. How else can you really explain a 5-year development time? CA did not just fire them for a year or two and then bring them back. And they won't have had them paid for just sitting down doing nothing all day. They had to be used somewhere, and after doing a lot of research, the majority of the Warhammer 2 devs have not been seen in any Total War title credits since. You get a few mentions here and there as always, but nothing major, meaning most of the staff either got fired or they have been working on something big, and I believe the latter. Okay, now Thrones of Britannia we're going to skip. Not because it's a bad game, but because we can actually get more information about the Sophia team who made Troy. Before Troy, the team developed the last 2 DLC for Rome 2 Total War, Empire Divided and Rise of the Republic, as their experiment to learn what is expected from them. This they stopped in 2018, and then Troy released in 2020. This says to me that a Saga title should take about 2 or 2.5 years to develop, average. Okay, now back to Thrones. Thrones released in 2018, however the full titles have people to make the DLC for them, so that team can then move on to the next big thing. Saga teams don't have that. Thrones still went through a lot of patches. I think it's safe to say that the Thrones team went through around a year cycle of patches, ending it in about 2019. In 2019, they began development, more than likely, of their next Saga title. 2 years to develop, of course, sets a release for 2021 also. Now, I'll leave a question mark here and come back to it. Gasper's Three Kingdoms team, where are they? Well, they would have begun work on the next title, the next historical title, soon after the launch of Three Kingdoms. As we know, they have their own team, separate, working on DLC, and therefore, most likely, current patches as well. Three Kingdoms was released in 2019. How do we predict their development time? Well, we know that in November 2016, the game was in pre-production, and they revealed to us that the next title would be set in an era never covered before. 2016, pre-production, meaning production for Three Kingdoms, took 3 years, at most. In addition to this, that teaser gives us another clue. In 2020, very early on, we got a teaser for a Medieval 3, which many of you may have seen. This would actually suggest that Medieval 3 went into development early 2020 by the historical team and will release 3 years later in 2023. As for the Thrones team, there is a clear gap, although I think it could be done for 2021. Why rush when nothing will launch for 2022? I am starting to think, what could they do with this extra time? And then I got a little bit of hope up and thought of the Age of Empires strategy to build more hype for AoE 4. They remastered the previous games. What if, between 2021's fantasy and 2023's historical, most likely being Warhammer 3 and Medieval 3, they went with Rome Total War Remastered and then Medieval 2 Remastered to build up that extra hype leading up to Medieval 3. And that would fit and work so well with the new engine that is possibly coming with Warhammer 3, which explains why the development gap has been so long. Now, the teaser was released on April the 1st, but I really don't think they will tease us like that. I think that April the 1st was an April Fool's within itself, as in, the April Fool's is not Medieval 3, ha, no, we're joking, but rather a Medieval 3 teaser on April the 1st. The joke is, ha, you all see April 1st and think it is fake. Because this was a very clear teaser, it had a clear message, much more than their last one, so they had to do it on April the 1st, just to not ruin all the surprise. If they did this today, it would be a much bigger deal than if it was done on April the 1st. This way, we can see it, we can get some hope up, yet still, it's in speculation, it is not spoilt. I so hope this is true, it would fit their schedule, remasters are easier to make, and great for small teams. There's really no reason why not. And don't be that guy who thinks the Creative Assembly will not do it for the sake of being annoying, and that they took the Troy deal with Epic Games to be annoying to the gaming community. No, they are in it for the money, as all businesses are. That is just life. I get a lot of comments thinking that they're doing stuff to be annoying, or to make the gaming scene angry. No, it's all about the money. There's no profit towards the other side, no logic towards the other side. And remasters will surely bring them the money. Cheaper development cost, and Medieval 2 still has a strong, loyal player base to this day. They will sell. And then the Troy team finishes on Troy in 2022, if it continues to get DLC, which it seems like it will, and then release the next Saga in 2024, maybe, and it will likely have a fantasy theme, with a possible historical setting, like Troy. So, My prediction, 2021 Q3, Warhammer 3, trailer later this year. 2022 Q1, Rome Total War Remastered. 2022 Q3 or Q4, Medieval 2 Remastered. 2023 Q3, Medieval 3. 2024 Q2 or 3, Historical Fantasy Saga title. 2025 New Fantasy title. Boom. Maybe not the remasters, maybe just a normal historical saga instead, but as you can see, it does all fit in here and would make sense. Anyway, let me know what you think. Debate it nicely down below. Subscribe for more. I am mostly a Rome 1 and Medieval 2 Total War channel. I try and keep the games alive and strong as they deserve to be. So that may be why this video was a little bit biased, but I still stand by my prediction. Of course, just a prediction, and don't take it all too seriously. I have been MELKOR, and for now, until tomorrow's video, goodbye.